You ever notice how the most powerful men in Hollywood always have the wildest rumors swirling around them, and somehow, no matter how messy it gets, they just keep building empires? But right now, Tyler Perry is standing at the edge of a cliff, and the wind is getting real loud. It's not just some internet gossip this time, it's lawsuits, receipts, and former friends turning the mic around. See, Tyler Perry built an empire off stories of struggle and redemption. He played Medea, the loud, gun-toting grandma who somehow made everyone laugh through their pain. But behind all those wigs and one-liners, a different story might have been playing out, one that didn't involve healing, but instead, control, manipulation, and a dark underbelly that's just now starting to surface. Jaguar Wright, the soul singer who's never been scared to throw fire on the industry, tried to warn folks for years. She said, Tyler is not who he pretends to be. According to her, he's been creeping around Diddy's infamous parties, getting real cozy with much younger men. But at the time, people dismissed her as loud and bitter. Same story, different day, right? Until now. Now we've got Derek Dixon, an actor from Tyler's own TV show, The Oval, stepping forward with a $260 million lawsuit. And it's not vague. It's not a whisper. It's a full-on name-dropping, text message attaching, graphic detail sharing, explosion. Derek says Tyler promised him a career, dangled movie roles like candy, and when he didn't fall in line, he got threats. Not subtle ones either. More like, play along or your character gets killed off. That's some real-life Godfather type intimidation, but instead of guns and concrete shoes, it's NDA's casting power and control over someone's entire future. Derek claims it started back in 2019, when they met at Tyler's studio. Things were professional at first, then gradually shifted into weird territory. Tyler allegedly began texting late at night, steering conversations toward personal topics, and eventually not so subtle innuendos. At one point, the lawsuit says Tyler told him something like, "When you hit the GI spot right on these bottoms, they go crazy." That's not a misunderstood compliment. That's straight up predatory energy. The most disturbing part, Derek says Tyler physically cornered him, pinned him to a wall, choked him, and made sexually charged comments while on set. In another incident, he claims Tyler entered the guest house uninvited and tried to assault him while he was wearing only underwear. According to Derek, the only way he got out of it was by quickly shifting the topic, trying to defuse the moment like his life depended on it. If you think that's too twisted to be real, hold up, because this isn't the first time these stories have floated around. Christian Keys, another actor, once dropped a cryptic message about a powerful man in the industry who tried to get him to spread them cheeks for a role. He didn't name names, but everyone could read between the lines. Same pattern, promised roles, unwanted touching, emotional manipulation, and now folks are revisiting all of it. That viral photo of Tyler on a yacht with Mariah Carey's ex, Brian Tanaka, people think that was the final straw that pushed Derek to come forward. Some say he thought he was Tyler's only favorite, only to realize he was just one of many. This isn't some random Twitter rumor anymore, it's starting to look like a pattern. Powerful men controlling careers, keeping people silent with roles and checks, the kind of stuff you hear in whispered conversations at after. But now, the whispers are full-on screams. Tyler Perry wasn't just dangling opportunities. He was allegedly building a private casting couch pipeline disguised as mentorship. According to Derek Dixon, the manipulation went far beyond flirtatious messages or vague threats. It was psychological warfare. He says Tyler would constantly shift between charm and intimidation, acting like a career fairy godfather one minute and a stone-cold predator the next. When Derek wouldn't play along, Tyler didn't just back off, he turned up the pressure. Derek's lawsuit reveals that the moment he started resisting, the consequences came fast. He claims Tyler threatened to kill off his character on The Oval unless he became more cooperative, and sure enough, scripts started changing, dialogue got reduced, screen time shrank. Derek says he saw his role slowly being erased scene by scene, all while Tyler pretended like nothing was wrong. That's not just petty, it's weaponizing power in the most calculated way possible. It wasn't only about acting either, says Tyler offered him a writing job on the show after the physical advances failed, as if another opportunity would soften the trauma. Derek turned it down. At that point, he wasn't just protecting his job, he was trying to escape. But even after distancing himself, Tyler allegedly kept reaching out, and the receipts, they're chilling. In one leaked message, Tyler reportedly told Derek, no straight man would be cooking for you unless he wanted to you. The tone isn't just unprofessional, it's obsessive, possessive, and manipulative. Sounds less like someone looking for love and more like someone who refuses to accept the word no. And then there's Christian Keys. His story plays out like a mirror version of Derek's years before this lawsuit. Christian hinted that a major Hollywood figure tried to lure him into bed in exchange for movie roles. He never said Tyler's name, but the dots were easy to connect. In a candid video, Christian described being drunk off Hennessy in someone's guest house after a party. He was told it was a safe place to crash, But while he was passed out, the man came into the room and tried climbing into bed with him. Christian pushed him off, only for the guy to come back again and try to grab his private parts during a handshake. The wildest part, Christian recorded their conversations. He claims he has audio of the man offering him money to strip, talking openly about having young black men on his payroll available at any moment. It's like some twisted Hollywood subscription plan, and Christian says he walked away because he didn't want to be known for just that. His brother told him not to release the tapes, warning that it would follow him forever. Jaguar Wright wasn't surprised. She's been saying for years that Tyler is not the clean-cut, church-going mogul he pretends to be. According to her, she saw him with her own eyes at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, getting hit with boys who looked barely legal, and when she spoke out, Tyler allegedly blacklisted her, told actors on his shows they'd be fired if they ever spoke to her. That's not paranoia, that's damage control. Jaguar says she watched Black Hollywood bend around Tyler like a puppet master. He built his empire using the church community, selling out gospel theaters with his plays and portraying himself as a moral man of God. But she says the same man turned around and donated money only to pastors like Bishop T.D. Jakes, who, by the way, also has a laundry list of shady allegations. It wasn't charity, it was cover, connections, silence, money. And now everything's crumbling. The characters are talking. The receipts are printing, and Tyler Keeks nowhere to be found. Christian Keys didn't just vanish after sharing his side. Even though the internet clowned him at the time and called him thirsty for attention, he stood his ground, just not in the way people expected. He never recanted. He just stopped talking. And that silence spoke volumes, because when someone has receipts, when someone knows they could destroy careers with one upload but still stays quiet, that's fear. That's survival. That's someone who's seen what these powerful men are capable of doing behind the scenes. He even admitted it, said his brother warned him that once you air something like this out, it'll follow you for life. Every casting director, every producer, every media outlet will reduce your entire existence to that one headline. So Christian backed off, but he didn't take it back. He just held the cards close, knowing full well that if push came to shove, he wasn't defenseless. He had recordings, messages, and everything he needed. And Jaguar, as she never backed off. If anything, she became louder. She accused Tyler of using religion as a front, calling out how he started off inside black churches, selling out venues, and slapping the name of God on everything, but as she tells it, that was all a calculated move. He wasn't about God, he was about money, about influence, and eventually, about domination. Jaguar said Tyler used the black church as a springboard, but once he got what he needed, he never looked back. She pointed out that despite raking in millions from that audience, he's barely donated to any real church causes, the only notable exception. Bishop T.D. Jakes, the same pastor with whispers surrounding him. According to her, both of them were regulars at those infamous Star Island gatherings, right alongside Diddy and the rest of the so-called industry elite. It wasn't just about parties, it was about control. Jaguar claimed Tyler blacklisted actors, told people not to associate with her, and quietly built a monopoly over Black Hollywood. He created his own studio, his own shows, his own casting system, and suddenly, if you were black and trying to make it in TV or film, you had to go through him. No middleman, no escape. She even mentioned names, actors who changed after working with Tyler, men like Lamb Rucker, and others who, in her words, weren't the same. She didn't say what happened, she just asked Christian to tell her, which she couldn't, to confirm the things everyone whispered about but never said out loud, dared to say out loud. And now social media's lit up. People are connecting dots, comparing stories, saying the same thing in different ways. That Tyler Perry, the man praised for uplifting the black community, might have been using that platform to do the exact opposite. One commenter put it best: Christian Keys could have had $260 million if he stood on business. Another wrote, not shocked at all. People been talking about Tyler for years. Finally, someone had the guts to take him to court. Whether Derek's case ends in a courtroom, win or not, the internet already made up its mind. People are watching clips with new eyes, old interviews, past casting decisions, the rumors that once felt like gossip now feel like confessions, hidden in plain sight. And Tyler, still silent. No statements, no denials, just absence. Jaguar's prediction was simple: give it a few days. He can't hide forever. Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure: this story is far from over, because when the curtain finally gets pulled back on the so-called kings of Hollywood, what's behind it is never what the script promised.